Namaste to all you cosmic souls and welcome to your reading today. Today's reading will be based on the upcoming new moon, the energies that you need to hear and know about it, anything that you are not seeing clearly, anything that you need to focus upon during the time of this new moon energy. So let's begin, and first let us just see the surrounding energies around you before we go into the energies of the new moon. Okay, this is the threefold flame from Meraki Healers, and I do general tarot readings on this channel, as well as take up personal readings that you can book through my website trifoldflame.in. Okay, so let's just see what the new moon is bringing us today. So we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the Eight of Cups reversed, and the Four of Pentacles reversed. So what I can already see is that you may already know what's up. You may already be aware of what's going on in your life and the kind of things that are where you need to put more of your focus upon. But the thing is, I don't know, you're not feeling like, I want to do it, I feel like doing it, but I'm not motivated enough to do it. I'm holding on to the ways I've been doing things, but it's not working for me. And I know I need to do it in this way because it'll benefit me more, but somehow I'm not being able to change that aspect of myself to actually move towards this direction. Okay, so that is the subtle energy that you're currently probably feeling right now. And with the Ace, 8 and the 4, you're coming towards a completion of some kind of an abundential circle, a circle of finance, where you've been climbing up the ladder and you're reaching something, but at the same time you've had to leave something behind in order to create that abundance for you. Now, because you left that something behind, it could have been that, your finances are more like they're not growing, neither are they going down, they're just there, and somehow it's not in complete satisfaction, because it started out well with the Ace of Pentacles, but in between you had to leave maybe your job because of a child, or you had to leave the city, or you had to change your job for some reason. Maybe you're not satisfied with that, so you change your career completely. So many, obviously we have many reasons for why we do certain things, change your job, careers, or whatever it is. And that could have been kind of life-changing in your financial aspect. And you've kind of been holding on to whatever finances or whatever stability that you've created. And it's been in that state for a long time now. So let's see why that came up during the new moon energy. Cleo. Okay. So we have the Lover's card and the Chariot. Now with that, I'm seeing there's always like an option of two. There is always like this or that. What do I do? Should I choose this or should I choose that? Should I do this? Should I do that? And you're always kind of confused between the two because both are equally calling towards you. And why I say that is because even though the Lover's card is number 6, we have 2, masculine and feminine. In the Chariot card, we have 2, black and white, masculine, feminine, yin and yang. And in the 2 of Pentacles, again, we have 2. You're always trying to find this balance between the two. You're always trying to measure which would be better for you. But is that a necessity? Do you really need to find an equal balance between the two? Or is it okay that sometimes you want to do more of this and less of this, and sometimes more of this and less of this? This could also be talking about a work-life balance. Why I'm saying is that is because we have the Lover's card and the Two of Pentacles. So we have emotional involvement in one of the choices, and we have a more material choice in the other. So we're trying to always see what is more of a priority. How can I give equal time to both of these things? And this is coming up during the new moon, because it is time to kind of, I don't want to say fix that, but also understand what is balance for you. Okay? Because this is coming up during the Chariot. Okay, let's see that. Because this is coming up during the new moon, it could be something you are going to address in this new moon. It could be a time where you are bringing your focus towards a certain thing, towards a certain person, and trying to better your ways towards giving your attention towards one thing in particular. So now we're going to try and kind of understand why this is coming up during the new moon. We have the Hermit. If you see any shaking, it's because my cat Cleopatra, she's jumping around and everything is just moving. The Chariot again. Okay, why is the Chariot coming up? Ace of Pentacles. This growth of something. We have the Four of Wands. Definitely the growth of something. Okay, we have the Empress reversed and the Sun. So I'm going to read these as the energies of the new moon, and let's try to understand why this internal balance is coming up, or this internal fight of trying to find the balance. So Hermit mode, or the Hermit card, essentially means hermit mode. You know, you're trying to find a kind of a silence, a kind of a space where you sit with yourself and you go within yourself. You just try to understand what's going on within you. You kind of allow all of your thoughts to come out. You allow it to really reach the external part of your mind from the internal space, right? And the lantern inside of you lights up, so you're able to see clearly within you before you bring it outside. Before you make a choice, you always go within and see how you are truly feeling about this. And this entire world, the universe as we see it, is all duality. Everything is in twos. There's masculine, feminine, there's almost everything kind of gives you that same, it comes back to the same foundation, Prakriti and Purusha. We have yin and yang, we have light and dark, black and white, thought, no thought. Everything is in twos. So instead of trying to find the balance between the two, try to find the strength within both the directions and take both of those strengths, bring it together as one and grow it together to become one. So you're bringing the balance by bringing union between the two. This seems to be something that is about to become this union. So the Four of Wands, if you can see, there's a tent here and there are 4 wands around the tent. And in the traditional tarot, the 4 wands kind of symbolize some kind of like an entrance, or suppose you're getting engaged or you're getting married, there's usually those 4 pillars, right? And you're sitting or standing in between those pillars, in Indian marriages especially. And either way, it's like a pathway towards creating a union and a celebration. So either you are trying to bring both of these aspects together and say, I'm going to do both together rather than like try to handle them. I'm going to go with the flow of things and really enjoy the process of birthing this union. It's going to be a little challenging maybe. Maybe I'm going to be confused at times. But maybe birthing this union may not be all that challenging, and it's only in the mind that it's going to be challenging. Maybe I'm going to have a lot of fun and I'm going to really enjoy each part of the process of bringing this whole thing together as one, rather than keeping it two. So the whole beginning of the 11 minutes of this reading has been about bringing balance, and instead of trying to balance it, you're making it one whole part. It's like you're not prioritizing this or that, but you're prioritizing them together. Maybe that was the main message of this reading, but now we are going to go into the main part of this reading, which is the energy of the new moon, what the new moon is bringing you, and what is it that you have to focus on during this new moon. As we know, new moons are usually about birthing new things, manifestation of a new life, a new way, a new path, starting new things. Why do they say that it's good to start something on a new moon? Because the moon's energy affects our internal body energy, affects our internal body, because we are made of 70% water. And the energy of the moon, if we see the tidal waves of the sea increase during a full moon, because the science of the gravitational pull and the moon and the phases and everything together kind of create this push and pull of energy. If you want a more scientific explanation, I will leave it down in the description box below. But that's why the new moon and the full moon mostly affect our internal body energy. And during the new moon, the energy is kind of going upward. The moon phases are waxing, are growing bigger towards the full moon. And that is why we start things on a new moon, so it can keep growing until the moon is full. I hope that explanation made sense. Anyway, we have the Two of Wands. We are reading the energies of the new moon now and what it's bringing you. The Page of Cups. Some new emotions. The Knight of Pentacles. Are you going to travel somewhere? Are you thinking of backpacking? Maybe it's a good idea. The King of Cups. Seem to be understanding your emotions really well or coming around to it. The Ace of Swords, taking action upon your dreams and taking action upon the emotions that you have. The Ten of Swords, something internally you're finally dealing with after a lot of pushing away. And the Three of Swords, reversed. Okay. Where do we start? Two of Wands. You're finally lighting that light, that candle. You're finally bringing light into the situation that you've been pushing away for a long time. You're finally finding the courage to do that. Maybe it has been a bit difficult for you to say, okay, let's just do this. But now what you're doing is you're bringing that whole courage and saying, okay, you know what? Let me sit and think about this rather than distracting myself with Netflix or other thoughts or work. Let me sit with it. Let me focus on it. Let me light the candle and bring light into this situation. Page of Cups. You're starting to look at this situation, your life, in a new way. You're trying to understand the emotions. Maybe things have been a bit topsy-turvy, a bit wonky, especially inside of you. And you haven't been able to do things. Something's been stopping you. So now you're taking the time to look at it, seeing if maybe you can do it in a different way. Maybe you can do it in a new way. And you're bringing that awareness into this present moment in your life. We have the Knight of Pentacles next. Instead of holding on to all of that money, you're going to take a part of it and put it into doing something that you love, or doing something out of the blue. Maybe going on a solo travel trip, just backpacking, traveling somewhere. Could be even traveling within you, but with a bare minimum. Carrying just like a 9-liter backpack, something that you would use for maybe 4 to 5 days. You're going to use that for a whole month. Seeing your situation in a new light means using the same resources that you have, but in a new way. Maybe you're about to bring an adventure into your life that is really out of your comfort zone. Or maybe you already did, and it's been confusing you. So now you're going to look at it, but differently. See if you can change the way that you have been looking at it. And see if you can bring a little love, little more love, a lot of love into the situation. With the King of Cups, you're kind of putting down the burden of responsibilities, like I have to do this, I have to finish it, I have to. You're putting that crown down that you have to. And you do what you want to do, what you love to do. Just taking a different route for a change. You've been going the same way for a long time. And now it's just time to just take a different path, even if it is just for a month. Just be a different person, maybe be more yourself than you've been in a long time. Or maybe kind of like a rediscovery of who am I? Becoming that child who's just born into earth again. You're seeing everything for the first time. You look at the mirror. Cleo? No. You look at the mirror and you ask yourself, who is this? Oh, look at her hair. Oh, look at her face. Look at her clothes. Look at her body. Look at her smile. Looking at everything in a new way. And you're not only looking at it in a new way, you're also doing something about it. Taking a step towards creating action and surrendering the result. Now, doing this is, we spoke about lighting the candle upon something. It may actually bring up something that you haven't completely let go of. But actually you just realize that it's not that you had let go of something. It's that you had kind of put a wall or a shell around this something that was actually really precious to you and that could very possibly be yourself. And it could be kind of difficult to look at yourself again because you haven't looked at that person for a very long time. And it could bring up a lot of emotions from within. But you're going to smile along with the tears that fall through your eyes. Because you're realizing a part of your heart, of your soul, that you had hidden deep within you for such a long time. We're now going to pick some angel cards to end today's reading, just to see what the angels, your spiritual court, your spiritual guides, what messages are they bringing for you today? Self-belief. Believe in yourself. You can do it. You are the best at what you do. Insight. Go within. Light the candle. And self-illuminate. Whatever is within, let it now come to the surface of your understanding. And lastly, we have nurturing. Nurturing yourself. Like how you would nurture a plant. You would water it every day. So you give food to yourself every day. You give exercise to yourself every day. For a change, just focus on you. So that brings us to the end of today's reading. I hope there was a message, or maybe many, for you in there. It is a general reading for the collective of the threefold flame. So take the message that resonates with you most. And it's completely your choice to take any action that you need based on the reading. If you feel like it connects with you, if you feel like it would mean something to you, if you did take action towards that message, only then, with all your heart, take that step. If you'd like a personal reading, to read deeper into your energies personalized to you and your life, you can book a reading through my website, trifoldflame.in, or you can message me on Instagram as well. Thank you so much for being here today, for sharing your energy with me, for bringing yourself to this reading so that we could collectively bring the energy of consciousness to receive the messages that we needed to hear and know. Sending you so much love and so much light as always. Namaste.